Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was encouraging to hear the Pledge to Allegiance said so loudly and robustly. Okay, I will call this March 3rd, 2015 meeting of the Doddridge County Commission to order at 9:06. Now, you've received copies of the minutes. Have you had a chance to review them?
Yes.
On not hearing any corrections or revisions, the minutes will stand approved as read. Okay, we are down to the public comment period. We've got 3 people who indicated that they either want to speak or maybe. Mirijana.
Thank you once again for allowing me to speak. I was here last Thursday at approximately noon wanting to get a copy of the agenda for today, and it was not posted, and I went into the clerk's office to see if a copy was available in the bin that they're put in, and there was the agenda that was there was for the previous meeting. So I was under the impression, and I might be wrong, that the agenda would have had to have been posted either early Thursday morning or Wednesday afternoon to comply with the 3 full days notice of a meeting being held. So I just want
Is that your only comment?
well, I would like to know perhaps from the assistant prosecuting attorney exactly what are the rules as far as posting for public meetings.
I can answer that question. I have discussed this before with the Ethics Commission, for an individual with the Ethics Commission, and as long as it is posted by the closing time for the courthouse on the first day, which is Thursday normally, as long as it's posted by 4 o'clock, then that qualifies as day 1. So you can do that. But
I just wanted that clarified.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
The next person is Melody Brown.
I just want to be able to speak with Mr. Harvey, who's on the agenda.
Okay. All right. Next person is Jonelle or Jonette Kirkwood.
Last time I spoke, I had a list of several questions and concerns about the new planning commission, and none of the questions were answered when I asked them. I do appreciate that some of the people did answer some questions later on inadvertently, and I appreciate that. The only question you attempted to answer was not something that I asked. I had asked not who maintains order around here, but I asked who was in charge of setting the agenda. And that's a totally different issue. So you did not need to be so rude as to ignore all my questions. You did not need to make those demeaning, dismissive comments. But if you would have listened better, there are many of those that could have just been answered with 2 or 3 words and settled a lot of questions about that issue that I had.
Well, just to define it's very clearly indicated on the agenda that this is a public comment period. It's not necessarily a question and answer period, it's public comment, and you're more than welcome to get up and make the public comments that you want to make. And it is up to the county commissioners whether to respond. Okay.
Excuse me, isn't my name on the list of,
Oh, yes, it is. I'm sorry. It was right under Mirijana and I didn't see it. I'm sorry, Tammy. You're...
the first subject that I'd like to discuss concerns the approval of an ordinance establishing a planning commission, which means another layer of government for us citizens to deal with and another governmental agency which for taxpayers will have to pay for. A few years ago, a countywide comprehensive plan was written with the free assistance of the Berea College without the need of establishing a planning commission. It is being represented that this planning commission is being established solely to write a countywide comprehensive plan. But the West Virginia State Code gives the Planning Commission the right to enact subdivision and land development ordinances, require plans and plats for land development, issue improvement location permits for construction, and enact a zoning ordinance. So the law which is being used to establish this planning commission allows the planning commission to zone the county along with other actions that can lead to a way to deny and in effect nullify landowners' rights. You already have an economic development authority that has paid directly. Since it seems like the need is for the countywide comprehensive plan to be written, I'd like to request that the EDA write this plan so to avoid the associated rules, ordinance, and additional expenditures of taxpayers' dollars and the nullification of landowners' rights by establishing the Planning Commission. My second comments concern the DCAA and the Commission's ownership of Unit 607. In early 2014, the DCAA board was told by Kirkwood that Unit 607 needed rear-end repair and the suspension airbags needed to be replaced. At a later meeting, he came back and added that there was a rusted frame involved to the list of repairs. This led the DCAA board to discuss with the consensus to purchase a new chassis and place the box from 607 on the new frame. But later that year, they bought a new ambulance instead. I believe in November 2014, the DCAA board spoke to purchasing another new ambulance. And when I asked what would happen to the older units, to include 607, the board indicated it was used as a trade for the new unit, and I believe the said trade value was $6,000. At your last commission meeting, Mr. Krim announced that 607 did not have a rusted frame, and the board had decided to give this to the sheriff to use for the tactical response vehicle. He did not indicate who would be paying for the needed repairs or replace the $6,000 needed to purchase the new ambulance. The minutes of the January 2015 DCAA board meeting now have been approved. There is no reference contained in their official minutes of the decision of giving 607 to the sheriff's office. So when did this approval take place? And does the DCAA board own these units, or does the commission? And further, if it's financially feasible to repair 607, then why is the DCAA and the commission purchasing another ambulance? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.